Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? I am doing wonderful. Today is May the 8th. It's actually my ex-son-in-law's birthday, so happy birthday to you. He's never going to be an ex to me. So you people that gotta get a divorce, know that there's going to be people in your family that still love your ex. It might be your mother, and that could be a problem. But yesterday, as a matter of fact, I got to see him and we kind of did a little bit of a celebration birthday for him. And it was actually him celebrating my birthday. So our birthdays are pretty close. Mine's on the 1st, his is on the 8th. And a few times we have celebrated together. But he had promised to make me a brisket on my birthday and he forgot about it. And his grandson that lives here let him know, where's grandma's brisket? So yesterday he brought me a brisket for dinner with all the fixins. I mean, he brought everything. He bought stuff that we weren't supposed to be eating: potato salad, coleslaw. He made a huge brisket. He brought the pickles, the onions, the barbecue sauce. He did everything. So he brought it all over, and I had a birthday gift to give him. So, and I made him a strawberry rhubarb pie because that's what he likes. So it was all good. It was all good. And I really enjoyed it. You know, just remember that, you guys, you might divorce somebody, but know that just because you've divorced that person doesn't mean there's not going to be somebody in your family that still loves that person. I'm always going to love him, always. I think my heart was broken more than theirs were when their marriage fell apart. I think I cried more tears than they did. But now the dust has kind of settled, and I see him all the time, all the time. So it's unfortunately they're not married anymore, and I still pray for them, but he's still in our lives. He's still the father of my grandchildren, and I love him so much. So happy birthday! I love you. You know who you are. So this got me to thinking, and I got a little guidance when I was doing my meditation. And I'm going to tell y'all about what came through today during my meditation. So, I'm dealing with my husband with his heart disease and insulin resistance. And it's very, very hard being a food monitor, you guys. It is very hard. I'm really getting tired of him complaining at me when he should be monitoring his own intake. So it's very hard. He's resisting, healing, and he complains all the time. And I tried to explain to him, I said, look, look, I'm doing this for myself, okay? I want you around as long as you can be around. I want you healthy and to be with me, you know, all my life. I don't want to live any time without you. So could you please stay healthy and stay here with me? That's what I told him, but it's very hard. But that made me think about love resistance. So a lot of us have love resistance, and it's because of what we've had demonstrated in our lives. Um, we just resist that love. We resist loving others and showing others our love. And why is that? Love is what we all have in common. We each have, partners that we love, children, grandchildren, sisters, brothers, mothers, fathers, niece, nephews, and children are such a wonderful gift. It's the gift of unconditional love. And if you had never known unconditional love, when you have your own children, you understand what it is, right? So that's why we always say children are a gift. But our ego minds kind of mix it up, you know, uh, mix it up by saying, like, you're mine, like you're my child, you're my spouse, you're my boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, whatever. We mix it up and we don't want to share this love. because we say, that's mine, hands off, hands off. But the truth is that we are just expressing our ego love. And we have this fear that our loved one will express love to another person, you know, and we don't want to have to we don't want to have to compete for their affection, right? So we don't want our child loving the nanny more than us. And we don't want our husband to love his secretary more than us, you know. And I'm not talking about uh, a relationship or anything like that. I'm just talking about having a friendship with another person. We don't want our, you know, our spouses, our partners, girlfriends, whatever. We don't want them having a relationship with the opposite sex, even a friendship. You know, I mean, there are some people that will, you know, are okay with that. But there's many, many people that are jealous and they don't really allow that. They don't want that. But we're trained, uh, our egos are trained into believing that we can only love unconditionally people that are in our families, you know, like I said, the people like you're my child, you're my grandchild, you're my partner, you're my parent. You know, my. You have to have that word attached to it, my, to love unconditionally. It's not really true, but that's what our ego minds believe, you know. And there are many exceptions to that. You know, that we all know those people that have such big hearts that would do anything for anybody. They'd give the shirt off their back, you know. They're just full of love and kindness. And why aren't we all like that? Because we're afraid of pain, rejection. If you allow your spouse to have a loving relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, well, they might fall in love and leave you, right? And then where would you be? And you know, like I said, I'm not talking about allowing having an open marriage or anything like that. I'm not suggesting anything like that. I'm just talking about having a friendship, a close, loving friendship with a person of the opposite sex. Most of us won't let that happen, right? And it's the same way when it comes to children. If you fall in love with someone else's child, right, and you have children of your own, and then you give that other child attention, you feel guilty that you're taking away attention from your child. You know, we have that guilt thing put in, and where did that come from? Why do we have that? We all have these beliefs that keep us from being who we truly are. These are things that we have grown up believing because it's been demonstrated to us, because we've seen it, we've read about it. There's, you know, romantic stories and novels and jealousy and all these things playing out in society. And we let those become part of our belief system. And that's not who we truly are. We truly are beings of unconditional love. Our job is to transfer our true essence of pure love onto this planet. And we've gotten a little bit sidetracked, you know, we really have, especially what's going on right now in politics. But if more people would receive unconditional love, if that is demonstrated more, um, and our children, and if ourselves had seen unconditional love from teachers, parents, doctors, nurses, all the people around us, if they had demonstrated a deep love for one another in society, it would be different right now. This division that we're experiencing, uh, and yes, there still could be people like Trump. So it wouldn't be so drastic, you know. Trump wouldn't have the support that he has now, basically. So yes, there would still be people like Trump that sow hate, call names, break laws, get away with so many things in the name of money and power. And we're seeing that reflect now through all his trials. He has the money and the power to get through these trials, to power through them. He has the money for the defense that he needs. He can delay and delay and delay and chisel away at everything. And but I'm not gonna get into talking about Trump. But the reason that he's gotten away with everything is because people don't feel loved. People that support him, they don't feel loved. They feel less than. They feel like they've gotten a raw deal in their lives, and that somebody powerful is finally shaking up the system. But if all those Trump supporters believed in themselves and the people around them, they would never support a man that calls people names, makes fun of handicapped people, try to steal the election, led an insurrection army to the Capitol, cheated on all three of his wives. He's been found guilty of sexual assault in a court of law. A man that thinks his money allows him to say and do anything that he wants, including, break laws. A man that took away women's reproductive rights and brags about it every day. We must all come together in love, in support of love, in support of decency, democracy, and overcome this problem that society, the United States is going through, our society. The lesson of love this country's going through should motivate us all to come together and vote for a man that is decent, that is kind, that is loving, and will restore women's rights. Today Biden stopped a shipment of thousands of bombs that were going to Israel. Israel is using U.S. bombs to kill innocent people, including many, many children. And it's very difficult for President Biden to stand up against Israel. The supporters of Israel are wealthy and influential and powerful, very, very powerful. So, but Biden does what is right and what is decent. That's why I support him. That's why I'm going to vote for him. You don't have to agree with everything that he does, but given the choice between Trump and Biden, I will choose decency and love every time. And I hope you do too. So let's get motivated and let's change this. Okay, guys, thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. Addie Cat's right here listening too. Y'all can't see her, but you might have heard her. She's right next to my computer. She keeps sitting in my seat. Every time I get up to do something, I come back and she's in my seat. And I put her back on my desk. And she's just here with me, watching me, and making sure that I'm doing a good job. She'll let me know if I'm not. Okay, you guys. So like I said, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. I appreciate it. I pray for this country. I pray that everybody will see that, what we're doing right now, people are supporting Trump is not the way to love. It really isn't. No matter if you support some of the things that Trump did while he was in presidency, maybe there's some things that you thought, price of gasoline was cheap or something. There may be things that you thought he did well, but there's so many things that he does wrong. There's so many things that are so divisive and so horrendous, and just hearing him call people names and, just listen to his ranting and raving. It's We don't need any more of that, y'all. We need to turn away from that and turn towards love. And that is the message for today, that we all need to turn towards love. So when you have a friend, a relative, and they're supporting Trump, you could just say, look, I'm going to support love and decency. You don't have to argue with them or anything. Just ask them, open your heart. Is this man full of love and decency? I think that's all you really have to say is I'm going to support love and decency, because obviously that's not what Trump is. He is not full of love and decency. That's my opinion, of course, but that's how I feel. All right, guys, if you would like to get a reading with me, please let me know. I'm doing healing sessions every day. Love doing those. And I love doing readings also. I'm doing those every day. But you know, my favorite thing to do is healing sessions. So if you know somebody in need, if you have a need yourself, look down below, send me an email. I will be happy to do a healing session for you. If you need a chakra balancing, energy release, energy cleanse for your home, please let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. Okay? All right, guys. Have a wonderful day, evening, and do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. And bye for now.